Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I am very excited. I lost track of the number. To check out the 9th, 12th, 15th, 18th, 21st, I think it was the 27th, 30th most popular project on all of games right now. That is Rivals. It's a Battle Royale deck building board game from 2 to 6 players based on a futuristic universe, and then it says, hey, check out more. So they were firmly, they knew exactly how much information they could convey there on that main image. I like that. Let's go, Sean. Also, huge news for if you're a fan of the show and you love the Kickstarter critique. I just got a job this morning. I start next Thursday working for a board game manufacturer. So you're going to see an extra level of potentially how the sausage gets made on this channel. So very cool news and a very big thing for my family. And I've been working in this hobby for 11 years, just kind of doing the YouTube channel just as like a thing on the back burner. So awesome, and couldn't done it without all the support on the Kickstarter critique. You coming along on the journey, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much. But let's get into Rivals. I can't really see any of this. I think this is where you're telling me the player length, the time count, the age is so small it is completely unreadable from here. I would totally zoom in on something. I think these are poker chip style things potentially on the board, but I can't even tell from this far away. Thank you, Keith. So I would totally zoom in on something here because I think that's like the Chip Theory Games poker chips, maybe potentially. It's hard to tell. As always, though, and they got a link in the main description. Let me know in the comments below what you think about a link in your main description. You don't see that typically often. I actually really like that when you have it as a pre-launch thing, because that's one thing Kickstarter does really poorly is pre-launch projects. GameFound is so much better at being able to foster a community before you launch. Same with BackerKit as well. Kickstarter is just well in the backseat on that. Hopefully that's something they finally get around to doing. So I don't mind it in the pre-launch, but once you launch, what do you think about that? These videos are awesome. Thank you, Keith. Much appreciated. As always, when you get in the video, though, I'm thinking 3 things. Wow, medium weight game, 40 minutes to 120. I like it. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. Artwork, theme. Really nice artwork in the theme. And the shakes are getting... I just want components. Component me. Rivals. Okay. Now, lots of cards showing me the symbology, focusing on the gorgeous artwork, but at the same time, there's a good deal of information on these cards. Stuff in the left, top right, center, number here, text. So there's a good shot. I feel like this is a nice shot of the cards. Very nice. Get it? Artwork. They really want to hammer home the artwork. Yeah, congrats. I was really hoping you'd cover this one. Game looks super interesting, but I hate the video and a few other minor things. Thanks for joining Glorified Guts of Gaming. The art looks great. I just want... What am I doing if I get it? Ooh, tiles. Become... I'm a shack. I don't know what a shack is. An assassin? So I'm getting the basic premise as kind of being like Apex Legends a little bit. This is a Battle Royale game. All these characters are different and unique, and they all have their own flavor and flair, and they're really trying to hammer home that point in creating this universe. And I imagine they probably have a lot more characters in some different form on this. I get what they're doing. I think this is a little bit long. But I get what they're doing. Like, I've been in both the Overwatch and I'm currently in the Apex Legends community, and those people love those characters. So I get what they're doing. I get what they're doing. They're going for a very specific audience. Okay, so now we're getting gameplay. You gather resources, you move around. Ooh, okay. Player board. Deck building. So is this a deck building game? Am I going to have my own asymmetric cards if I play as a character? These are questions I wish were kind of already answered here. Like, you show me the different characters, but show me that asymmetry. Or at least, did we mention asymmetricals? Battle Royale deck. So you did mention deck building, yeah. And here's the thing. I love Battle Royale, and I love deck building. So take what I say here with a grain of salt. I'm more inclined to love this game. Plus 2 to 6 players. Oh, give me that 5 to 6 player count all the time. That gets me excited. Okay. Okay. Build a shield for free. Draw 2 additional cards. If your target loses +1, draw 2 cards. So yeah, looking very deck buildy. I like it. Enter the WildTech. Was that the rule book? What was that? Was that an art book? No, it's rules. Okay. I don't like the back of the rule booklet immediately. Like, could we put some useful stuff there? That'd be nice. It'd be nice. And now that I'm I work at a board game manufacturer, I will hammer home that point to companies. Be like, hey, have you thought about doing this potentially? You know, not hammer. Be like, I think it's a great idea. Be the change you want to see. Okay. I thought that was a little bit long, but at the end of the day, am I excited about potentially playing the game? Yeah. 2 to 6 players, deck building, love it. I know there's going to be the people banging their chest. Where's the solo? Where's the solo? Hopefully they can at some point kind of show me in this video. Well, it's a Battle Royale game. I guess you could have AI, but still, it's difficult. So, we're an independent studio based in Nantes. Rivals is our first game, and our ultimate dream is to see our boxes at the shelves of game stores in France and abroad. We got 4 people here in the collaborators, so we could have good customer service. One thing I'd mention is it just looks good. Go back up a whole bunch of projects for $1. If you really don't want to spend that money, you could back a whole bunch of projects that you don't think are going to succeed for $1. It just makes it look better. It's one of those sneaky things you can do to make it look like more of a member of the community in an easy and free way, as long as you go for certain projects. Which, is that unethical? I don't know. You let me know in the comments below. Rules of Rivals. So we got the tiles here. Yeah, those look like the poker chip style things. Or either way, even if they're just shits. I like it. So you're going to go out on the board, collect the resources, and then purchase cards. Show me that biro. Show me that sweet, sweet biro. How do I acquire cards? That's what I want to know. I'm digging this game. There are a lot of reasons to play Rivals, but among the most interesting one is the merge between 2 great mechanics, deck building and Battle Royale. Yeah, I saw that. How does it work? The deck building is one of the main mechanics of the Rivals. You start with a base deck of cards and will get new and more powerful cards throughout the game. You'll be able to remove unwanted cards in order to optimize your decks. They're mentioning you can trash in the game. Cool. I love trashing. Honestly, I remember I played a deck builder a couple months ago, and I really didn't like it because there was no trashing at all. It just felt like it slowed down the game. Battle Royale. The Battle Royale mechanic is simple. You must be the last survivor in the game. Yes, but not exactly there. A few other interesting ways to win. Hopefully all this is covered. So I'm in. I feel like this is really good. I'm not going to read through everything, but as the target market for this, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job here. I would love gameplay videos, and we got a rule booklet here. Fantastic. Tabletop Simulator. Spectacular. I also wish you hit me with the price already by now. I can't imagine. It does, judging from the components, it doesn't look like it's going to be a terribly expensive game. Maybe we're talking under $60. Now, granted, there's probably going to be a deluxified version that's going to cost me $99, because that's just how Kickstarter goes nowadays. Congratulations! I just rewound. Thank you, Mr. Mormo. So we have a video, French, okay. Video French, is it? No, that one says, they say time to play.
Et en fait, si je perdais 4 PV, j'en repère.
That's in English, but then the video's in French. That's interesting. Or is that's because that's totally not French. Time to play, because then I could speak French. I can speak French. Oh my gosh, I'm going to tell my wife. She'll be excited. Just such an exciting day. So that's weird labeling the videos in English, but when then they're French. Yeah, like this one. Presentation D Rivals. You know, that's odd. Okay. Do we have an English? Hey, there we go. And honestly, I would put this first. And I hate to be that American, but once again, majority of people here backing probably from, oh my gosh, France. Holy crap. Crushing United States of America. Unfortunately, now that I see that, that probably means that you're not doing a great job marketing this to the United States of America, because 9 times out of 10 when I check this, United States of America is just dominating the rest of the world. It's generally like 50% United States of America, then 50% like the rest of the world, which is why I would say putting the video first and getting to the point, because I feel like that video is I would put that video higher. I would put it much higher, because know that there's a big market chunk to eat up there. So this is good. Hour 37, great, love it. If you really want to get into the weeds, Pirate the Cyber from Earth. So now we're going deep into the characters here. We're getting back more on the lore train. I would love to, if you let me know what's asymmetrical here. Is that what it's saying here? The network has very little information relating to the something. They're among the clans that have diverged the most from the something. The power of evolution has granted them the ability to manipulate nature, giving them a considerable advantage and many surprise effects. Ooh, okay. So maybe this is talking a little bit about the cards. Yeah, interweaving that. I want to know why these characters are different. So 110 cards, attack cards, 37 taxes, so 147. We're up to 170, 182, 201. So we're at 201 cards. Decent. Yeah, I imagine this isn't going to be a terribly large box. 201 cards, reasonable number there for a deck building game, especially for just that core box. Oh, but we got more. So 201 just flat out, but then we also have 12 of each character's unique ones. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, so everybody's got their asymmetrical special ability. Okay. Cool. 12 of Shock Shield tokens. What are these? 18 double-sided tokens. So I would love to know. So yeah, these are. Okay, cool. So these are like wooden pieces with the stickers on the outside kind of dealio, or printed, one of the two. 50 crystal gems. What's the price? I'd really love to know the price. Like, I know so much about this game now, and not knowing the price, it's like, come on. And I know I can go over here, and I can go over to the available rewards, but if you're on iOS or on mobile, it's a whole extra click you need to make. And if you have Mint Mobile, like me, and you have Ryan Reynolds' god-awful service, you just, once you hit your limit, they're like, you can't do anything. They let me use the Uber app, though. Oh, there's apps. Like, oh, yeah, fine, you do the apps, but you want to just browse on the internet, get the heck out of here. I see what you're doing, Ryan Reynolds. All right, stretch goals. I put this higher. I'd always recommend putting this higher, and I don't have a price. You're going to just make me come over here. I have to ask customer service, hey, can you tell me the price over here? Making the extra click. So let's see, $50, 54. Yeah, I would honestly, boom, marquee that under $60. Put that near the top. I think that's a great thing to spotlight in a sea of $200 games. It's always nice to see a $54 game, especially if the shipping is reasonable. Now, I'm going to make a bold claim, judging by the number of people from France as opposed to the number of people in America, that the shipping is not going to be great. We'll get there when we get there. Hopefully we get there sooner rather than later, because once again, crucial information that I need to know, especially from you. You know, I have always been pounding the drum about how I think shipping should go higher, because it's just important, valuable information of how much you're going to spend. But when I know you're shipping from France as well, and I know the shipping's potentially going to be higher than usual, I just get to it. Get me to it. Get me to that price a little bit earlier, I think. Free drone add-on, 2 drone boards, 2 tokens. Awesome. A free web app to get more details about the gameplay and the lore of each card. Interesting. I do love the gameplay. I actually kind of love that. I'm a big proponent of when you have a game and it's read the text on the card game. RTFC, as my friend Brandon would put it. Read the text on the card. That's what a huge chunk of the game boils down to. And having an app where you can look at it without necessarily giving away what I do like that. I think they're mentioning that's a great little GIF there. So price $50, very reasonable. Is there a deluxe edition? Of course there's a deluxe edition. I said 99, it's only 86. Okay, so in my mind that seems like a reasonable price. Both these prices seem like reasonable prices. I think we spotlight these, bump them up even higher, because right now they're currently not on your Kickstarter story at all. Project funded in 5 hours. The project has reached the goal, so now we got 2 extra cards. Fantastic, great. I'd convert the currencies as well. Double layered shock boards. Ooh, okay. Dual layered boards, love it. Holographic schemas cards. Okay. New schema card. Upgraded drone boards. 2 event cards. Awesome. So we got a lot of stuff here. I'd put this higher. I always say this. When you launch a Kickstarter, what's your goal? Your goal is to get your Kickstarter funded. However, once your Kickstarter gets funded, what's your goal? It's not to get funded anymore because it's already been funded. It's to get these stretch goals, to start hitting these stretch goals and try to get people more excited about your game. And they got micro stretch goals here. I'd totally put these higher because this one is totally funded, right? Yeah. 48,000. I'd totally bump that up a little bit higher. Get people excited about how many cards we can cram into this game, because if it starts off as a 210 card game and then it ends up being a 300 card game, that's just inevitably going to get you excited as a Kickstarter backer. That's what you're snatching up those people in the last 48 hours when they're like, oh, should I do it? Yeah, it looks like such a good thing. I have quite a feof very bad Kickstarter games when I first started backing Kickstarters where that was like, oh, the stretch goals are so good, I can't miss out on it. You know, that's where they get you. And most of the time, hopefully it's a good thing because you have more content, but sometimes it's a bad game. You know, it kind of stinks. Not insinuating this is a bad game. Like, I want to play this. It looks fun. Okay, so the 9th of Shack. So this is great. If we can get to these. Ooh, those are big ones. Okay, lots of stretch goals. Totally make those higher, I do believe. And now the rewards. Yeah, we really beat around the bush here. I'm 15 minutes into this. Look how far we are down on the page. You're saying this is this important. That, you know, we would put this at the 30% out of 100% we think of important. It's, yeah, I think it goes in this one. So it has a neoprene play mat, sleeves for all the cards. Yeah, I feel like that's a really solid pledge level. Then we got the 100. What's the 100? Interface board. What's an interface board? Why do I need this? Why is this important to me? I don't feel like it's really been sold to me very well, and I can't imagine it's going to be the most popular pledge level as such. I normally have Bauer's Law, which says that the most popular pledge level is going to be the pledge level with the most bells, the most whistles, the most sleeves, the most whatever. Typically, that's how people shop on Kickstarter. Now, maybe people in France are a little bit different on how they shop on Kickstarter. You know, I'm excited to see that too. So big ups, France, if you're checking this out. Love it. Much love to Barry. Check out Barry. He does awesome stuff. Berkey and Badger. Check it out. Board games, everybody should. Includes the deluxe box. Skiba's board, exclusive box, acrylic tiles. Okay, acrylic tiles, spotlight those. Let me see those. I don't feel like I've really seen those at all. Like the component area, I don't think like really, like these look, like what's special? Oh, here we go. Is this what it is? Post-campaign price. It's going to be $60. And this stuff you can't get ever. Once again, I put this stuff higher. If you want to do the fear of missing out, get people the fear of missing out earlier. Photos, people playing the game. Okay. Lore, stuff. What do I want? I got shipping? Shipping. That's what I'd like. Playtesting. Hey, we've been working on this a long time. Bada boom. France, $12. So I'm looking at a 66. So what? We got to convert the currencies here. United States, 18 to 25. So I'm looking at a $70 game. 72 to 91, something like that. It's high. It's high. Yeah, that's shipping. Like, what's the size of the box? Now I'm asking questions about the size of the box. Doesn't feel great. That's unfortunate. I wonder if there's a cheaper. I imagine there has to be some sort of cheaper way to do it, but I don't know what it is. So that'd be something. I don't know. There's a lot of, like in the United States of America, there's a lot of great resources. Like you go look at Jamie Stegmaier's blog. A lot of people post YouTube content about that, but that shipping price just doesn't do it. They had an update about an hour ago about lowering the shipping prices. Yeah, it seems like that could be a big barrier there. When I say $72 to $90 for a 200-card deck building game, you really want to support the by spending that much. I feel like you really want to support the person, because I'm just curious. How much does it cost to just buy Dominion? Like right now, like the total Dominion game, because I don't think that's one that's quite hit the store shelves yet. It's probably $60, probably MSRP. Yeah, that's rough. And then if you get it used, so hopefully they can figure out some good shipping there. But yeah, let's give check out the FAQ updates comments. Give this one a grade. What about the VAT? All rewards are VAT included. I'd spotlight that. You know, get the rest of the world more tickled their fancy. Because normally the VAT they could jack you. I say that 2-3 times a week. I guess they're getting jacked by the VAT. Spotlight that. It shouldn't be an FAQ thing. That should be a on the big banner potentially thing. Let me look at that thing again. Yeah, let me know that. You got these, which shows you the places, but a little bit more details would be good. Where were we? Oh my gosh, I got too many tabs open. Yeah, you see how much I like Battle Royale games. I'm about to make a YouTube short about Apex Legends. All right, check out the updates. What's the most recent? Holographic foil for all, double-layered shack boards, unlocked. We made it 5 hours. Thank you. Let's check out the most popular one. It's got 4 comments. Yeah, 4 comments. All right, let's take a look-see. English. The holographic foil will be added to all schema cards if we keep unlocking the stretch goals. We voted for a partial holographic foil, which I believe is more... Oh, voted. Did the like internally, or was that like the Kickstarter thing? So... if people can get engaged and involved, I would totally be trying to get people getting engaged and involved, because I don't see that necessarily in here. The double layer is made to hold the health cubes, the rival point cubes, the ultimate cubes. For its gameplay, of course, yeah, so I would try and get people more engaged. Like, if that's... because that's what you went with that Kickstarter video. You really wanted to focus on the different characters and the lore of these different characters and how they're unique, and really the Apex Legends, Overwatch, every single... Team Fortress, like, every single different character is unique kind of thing. And I don't feel like you did a great job at really hammering that point home to the people who would be interested in that. But at the same time, I feel like we tried to, and it just slowed everything down for everybody else. I feel like we definitely need to get to the meat and potatoes a little bit earlier on this one, especially with the United States of America. Just because I actually just counted yesterday. There are 311 projects on tabletop games right now that are live. Now, like, this isn't game found. I'm not talking about things that, oh, you can back it after the fact. No, I mean that are live right now. There's 311 projects. So it's just... I think you got to get to the point a little bit earlier. There's a lot of people trying to get money out of a lot of people's wallets. There's a big pie on game Kickstarter, but I think you got to get there faster. Before I can make a decision, I really see an English playthrough video. The idea of the game looks good and the artwork is stellar. Once again, Kolim's like, hey, I need an English playthrough video. There is an English playthrough video, but it's so far down. What did I say? Put that higher. That's a huge deal breaker to some people. You know, thinking there's not a gameplay video, and so hopefully they get in there and they respond, which once again, that's why customer service is so important on a Kickstarter. Is there a way to get the playmat in the box? It's a good question. At first, no, the plan was to store the playmat in different packaging because many gamers on Discord have the same request. So here's the thing. I don't feel like you've really spotlighted your shout out your Discord as well. Maybe it's only in the first update, but if that's where a lot of people are voting and where you have all the excitement, bring it on to Kickstarter it's great that you have it, but I feel like Discord can actually be a detriment to Kickstarter sometime because Kickstarter, like, look at it from a logical perspective. They want all this chit chat, they want all the fun, all the excitement on their website, in their update section, in their comment section, which is how you're going to get higher on the popularity chart and not just be one of the games that is between, 6 and, well, I think they show you 12 and 311. So I would totally, I would drop that a couple times, or at least say, hey, everybody, we need you in here. Bring all the conversation from the Discord potentially into the comments. We know it's not the most advantageous, it's not the greatest, but it is best for the long-term health of the game. That's something that I would consider if you haven't already done that. Try to get people there more engaged. But final grade for this one. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I am the target market here. The price, before we get to shipping, seems reasonable. $54, $60 is MSRP. We go inflation, say $66 is MSRP. I'm fine. We're underneath that. The shipping. So do I want it? Yes. I was interested. Can you do it? Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I want to go look at those 3 pledge levels because how many games are we actually making? What are we manufacturing with the money that we make? We have this game and this playmat, and we have custom sleeves. Okay? So those are 3 things we have. So this is the core box. This is the regular core box. And then this is interface board. This is an extra pack, maybe. Like what is it? Is it in plastic? They're going to sell it after the fact kind of thing, potentially. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. And then we're also making acrylic tiles. So those don't seem so bad. Those all seem like things that are going to be done in-house in the factory. Hopefully in one factory. So that seems fine. That totally seems fine. So can you do it? Yeah, I'll give that one a pass, even though it is their first. Check out the reply to Will's comment. It's towards the top. Check out the reply to Will's comment. It's towards the top. All right. Here we go. Where's Will? Where's Will? K.I. Freeman? No. Ian P. Matt Strange. Dreyer. Felipe. A couple high-level questions. Ooh, high-level questions. Gee, man, Christmas. Let me get a drink of water. The items included in the deluxe and legend pledge level are not really shown or explained anywhere. Hey, I like Will. I'd like to see more about the playmat, acrylic tokens, interact schema playmats. What are they used for? Their quality and to showcase your products to sell the higher tiers. In other words, can a section be added to explain and show the items above the core pledge? Secondly, what is the strange solution for all the components? Is there an insert and a prototype or image render available? Yeah, holy guacamole, I forgot to look at the pledge levels. Really take it. So let's see what they are. 78 for the core box. 24 for the deluxe edition, and then 68 for the oh wow, no, the legend is 300. So they do have the most at their legend edition. We're able to do that. Good. And I imagine a lot of that's from France, because you probably want to see them succeed. They've probably been playtesting it in France. They have a loyal fan base there potentially. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I mentioned in the comments too. I'm glad you pointed that out. Yeah, that comment, completely agree with that. Just don't feel like we're spotlighting a lot of the stuff. Oh yeah, so what did they respond to? Yeah, good point. Secondly, what is the storage solution? +1. Those are great questions. To be fully transparent with you, the playmat has not been designed yet. We're still discussing about the best way to make it our community of gamers on Discord. Some of them would love to have one unique playmat, including the WildTech arena. Yeah, I imagine they would. It's always nice when a playmat fits inside of a box. I think that goes a long way with people. Parks comes to my mind. When you open a box and there's a playmat that rolls out, it just gives a game a little bit more of a premium feel, I do believe. Especially if you don't even advertise it. Sometimes you see it with like the plastic over it, like, oh, look what we have. And it's like, oh, it's just a pleasant surprise. Anywho, some of them would love one unique playmat, including the WildTech and the cards. Now that you mention it, we will soon add a section to explain more in details of the pledge items. Great. Or, this is what I'm saying. Watch the Kickstarter critique. If you want to launch a Kickstarter, you'll get good ideas. And they're not my ideas. It's just people do them. You see companies do them. You say, dang, that's a good idea. Not my idea. It's just you see that stuff here. So far, we have a few prototypes that we use in our videos and photos of the game. We have to wait for the 25K before we can ask for samples for our manufacturer. Hopefully, we get them quickly so we can show you the final results. I know it's easy to say, but it's our first game, and we strongly want to publish a great game. The storage solution will be a tray, so update, image, and campaign. Okay, so little things. I thought about a few of those things. Make you get sleeves, and they don't really show the deluxe stuff. Yeah, and I think that's why that number is not nearly as high. I mean, 300 is great, don't get me wrong, but that's 6 to 1. What was I saying? Most of the time it's probably 10 to 1. So, final grade for Rivals. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I'll go with it. I'm fine with it. It's their first thing. They got 50 grand to make this happen. If you look at the print run, it's 500 backers. So if they could find a place that's going to do 1,000 print run, I don't see too much of an issue there, hopefully. Or even, like, if they can find somebody who does even less, even better. And then how much is it? It doesn't seem great. That shipping, hopefully they get that figured out. I think that's going to be a big bugaboo. And hopefully when they do get that shipping figured out, they spotlight that, highlight that with the price, because it's a reasonable price. Because if there's a reasonable price and reasonable shipping, and showing me why this deluxe version is the one that I want to spend $100 and something on, I think this is probably doing better. But either way, Rivals, I'm going to go with a B minus. I liked it. Like the cut of its jig. Like where it's going. I think a couple tweaks here and there, but let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Rivals. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023. I'm getting oh so close. Thanks in part to a lot of YouTube shorts. Also, just a quick show note. No show on Monday or Tuesday. I'll be out of town with my son. Bye-bye.